Ellicott City is still recovering following the deadly flooding that destroyed the historic town. Residents and businesses still cleaning up after high waters caused tens of millions in damages. George Solis has the latest on the efforts.
Today, Governor Larry Hogan stepping in to help the people of Ellicott City by trying to get a physical disaster declaration declared. WJZ also learning that no buildings will have to be torn down as initially thought. It's been more than a week since the deadly flash flooding in Ellicott City. Cleanup and recovery efforts along Main Street have seen their highs and lows. WJZ witnessed to it all, from the large community response in helping.
It's a dirty job, and so we really appreciate everyone's time.
To visits cut short over fears of building collapse. Business owner Michelle Kim telling WJZ all of it making normal still feel like a long time away.
When I went down on Sunday, it was really bad, yeah. And smell, I can't explain what kind of smell, but the smell also was bad.
Howard County officials have once again closed off access to Main Street to allow engineers to examine the safety of the buildings. The hope is to reopen the road by the weekend to allow for cleanup. Bob Francis of the Department of Inspections, Licensing and Permits tells WJZ initial worry 2 buildings at risk of collapse are no longer a threat.
We may not lose any buildings, and you could just see the demeanor change. I think it's a real story of hope.
Hope also motivating cleanup efforts beyond Main Street. WJZ meeting up with members of the environmental group ready as they clean up debris in the channels heading towards downtown.
What we're doing here is just minimal compared to what we're going to find down there.
Tuesday, Governor Hogan announcing his efforts to convince the U.S. Small Business Administration to declare a physical disaster declaration. The governor saying in part, quote, "If approved, this disaster declaration will go a long way in providing access to the loans our citizens need to repair damages and continue the rebuilding process." On social media, County Executive Alan Kittleman telling WJZ that they can no longer take in physical donations because they simply don't have the space. However, money is still being accepted. In Howard County, George Solis, WJZ Eyewitness News.
And on a positive note, at a job fair yesterday, at least 14 people displaced by the flooding were able to find work.